The first and the foremost, the leader of all the gopis is Lalita Devi. She stays in Uchagaon. Her eternal place in Vrindavan is Uchagaon. And she comes as Swarup Damodar Goswami in Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's pastimes. She is 27 days older than Sri Radha. Her complexion is golden yellow. Her dress is like a peacock feather. And our Rupa Goswamiji writes, the why she wears a peacock feather dress. Because Sri Radha she cannot bear even a moment's separation from Krishna. And therefore Lalita Devi wears such a clothes. By seeing those peacock feather color clothes, Sri Radha, she remembers Krishna and she becomes satisfied and pacified. Therefore Lalita Devi wears this peacock feather color. And then her services are unbelievable. She offers tambula to Krishna, and of course her services sometimes, because she acts like a counselor to Sri Radha and Krishna both. Sometimes her services to chastise Radha and Krishna, of course out of surrender, out of love for them. And His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj one time in the day of Lalita Vishaka's appearance said, Sri Lalita Devi, she loves Radha and Krishna so much that even if she sees one drop of perspiration at the lotus feet either of Radha or a Krishna, Lalita Devi expands herself in millions of forms, and simultaneously all those millions of forms try to wipe that one drop of perspiration from the lotus feet of Krishna. This is her devotion. So who can understand? Therefore, she is the leader of all the gopis. And Rupa Goswami writes in Lalita Ashtakam, Radha Mukunda Padasambhava Gharma Bindhu Nirmanchanopakarni Kritadeha Laksham Uttunga Savrita Vishesha Vashat Pragalbham Devi Gunai Sulalitam Lalitam Namami. Lalita Devi, she is always engaged in Krishna's service. Her mother's name is Sharda Devi, her father's name is Vishuka, and her so-called husband is Bhairava. Now, this is also a very important point. How is that the gopis were married to other gopas? Actually, just like Abhimanyu, who is the so-called husband of Sri Radha, but Shastra says Abhimanyu was the incarnation of Krishna's shadow. Krishna's shadow became Abhimanyu simply to enhance Krishna's pastimes. So, although they were married to the Gopas, but absolutely there was no connection between the gopis and their husbands. All the acharyas writes in the book. They never had any connection, nothing. But they are just married so that Krishna can perform that Parakiya Rasa. So all is Astha Sakhis, they were also married. The second comes Vishakha Devi. Time also, okay. Vishakha Devi eternally resides in Kamai village, and she appears as a Ramananda Roy in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Leela. Just like Lalita Devi, she is 27 years older than Sri Radha. Vishakha Devi, she appears at the same day and same moment. Like on the same Radhastami day, Vishakha Devi appears. Her complexion is a cream color, and her garments, the dress is bedecked with the stars. She is the most intelligent gopi amongst all, and she acts like a messenger between Gopi, Radha and Krishna. She is also a counselor of all the gopis, and also acts counselor like Radha and Krishna. Her father's name is Pavana, mother is Dakshina, and so-called husband is Vahika. Third is Champaklata. Champaklata, her eternal residence in Vrindavan is Keherala village, and she appears as a Sivanand Sen in Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Leela. Her complexion is like a champaka flower. Her garments are like a bluish color, and she is one day younger to Sri Radha, and her services are offering chamara, offering jewels and other ornaments to Radha and Krishna. And she also protects all the creepers, trees, and plants of Vrindavan Dham. And she is very expert cook. Simply by seeing the glancing of the preparation, she can understand what is the quality. So fourth is Chitra Devi. She stays in Chiksoli, and she appears in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Lila as Govindananda, and her complexion is red like kumkum. Her garments are crystal colored. She is 26 days younger to Sri Radha, and her services are she offers garlands. She is very much expert in astrology and astronomy, and then she can read the gap between two lines. She can read that, and she can understand the intention of the writer. Is mentioned in the Shastra. That is Chitra Devi. Her father is Chatura, mother is Charvika, and her so-called husband is Pithra. The fifth is Tunga Vidya Devi. Tunga Vidya Devi, her eternal residence is Dabaro. Dabaro means where all the time Radha and Krishna is crying, their tears are welling from their eyes, and therefore that place is called Dabaro. And she appears as a Vakreshwar Pandit in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Leela. Her complexion is red like a kumkum, and her bodily fragrance is like a sandalwood paste and a camphor together. She is 15 days younger to Sri Radha, and she wears white garments, and her services are beautiful because she plays veena. So her services are singing and dancing for the pleasure of Radha and Krishna. Her father's name is Pushkara, mother's name is Medha, and so-called husband is Balisha. Sixth is Indulekha. She stays in Anjanoka village, and she appears as Basu Ramananda in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Leela. Her complexion is greenish yellowish, and her garments are like a pomegranate seeds or pomegranate flowers. She is 3 days younger to Sri Radha, and her services are offering honey to Radha and Krishna. She knows the palmistry, and she is very expert in stringing the necklaces. Her father is Sagara, her mother is Bela, and her so-called husband is Durlabha. Seventh is Rangadevi. Rangadevi, her eternal residence in Vrindavan is at Rakholi, and she appears as Govinda Ghosh in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Leela. Her complexion is like a lotus flower. Her dress color is hibiscus flower, like red color. And she is 7 days younger to Sri Radha. Her services are to offer sandalwood paste and use perfumes and cosmetics in the service of Lord Radha and Krishna. And she also is very expert in taming all the wild animals like tigers and lions and deers. And then her mother's name is Karuna, father's name is Rangasara, and her so-called husband's name is Vakshakshana. Then last is Sudevi. Sudevi resides at Sonhara village, and she appears as a Vasudev Ghosh in Krishna's Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Leela. And her complexion and dress color is exactly like, because she is a twin sister. Rangadevi and Sudevi, they are twin sisters. So they color, their complexion color is same, their dress color is same. And her services are arranging Radharani's hair, beautiful. And then decorating Radharani's eyes, massaging. And then she also reads the omen, good omen, bad omen. She is also very expert in horticulture. Her husband is brother of Akshakshana. It's 9:15. Thank you very much. Will not have question answer.